brass dragon, you funky dragon. Yeah. That was probably really bad. I'm sorry. I apologize, everybody. I'm
Only one of the Beastie Boys is dead, otherwise they'd all be rolling in their graves.
Oh my gosh, that was really bad. But it's a brass dragon, and it actually, I love it. I think it's about the same size as the copper dragon, I'd actually say. Let me go grab my copper dragon.
Hooray!
Yeah, look at that. There's the copper, there's the brass. So yeah, you can probably thin those wings out a little bit, but they're comparable in body shape, size and shape. I have to say my brass dragon looks pretty good with that ink wash too. Not gonna lie about it.
Not to toot my own
horn, but I think I might do something here to warm them up too, because this brass looks pretty goldish. And I think I've got some old brass paints up in my collection, so he's gonna get touched with a brush. I dare say. Also,
sounds
hold
dirty.
on, let me see how the peg goes, because the peg looks funny in this kit. The way, basically the peg is coming out of this model's butt.
For
there
a good
it is.
time, call.
There it is. Oh my gosh, don't. What's his name? Can you pronounce it? Can you pronounce this dragon's name?
Sivart or Sivart, depending on whether you speak English or fancy English.
Hipster English. Okay, so that's where the peg comes out of. So he actually, the way he stands is like that. Assuming this is like pointed down to the ground. So this is the way he actually stands. So that's actually a really beautiful dynamic pose too on the tabletop. I think that's actually really cool. And he's sideways and is very, I love the posing of this dragon. Very dramatic. Okay, let's get to the cards, shall we? Let's cut into this thing.
Go to these while I'm reading its very unique breath.
Alright, so Savart, level 12, Ancient Brass Dragon, generic version, all there. There you have it for your edification. What you do have with this pack as well is, as usual, you got the 4 dragon upgrades on the named version, the 2 on the unnamed version. Pull up the breath weapon and the special that go with it, because I'm really excited. Ooh, it's a sleepy time dragon. It's nap time dragon.
It also has flame breath, in case you want something with actual attack.
Oh, that's actually really cool. The flame breath isn't a cone on this one, though. It's a straight line.
And because we said in the last video about how they all have that effect, this one doesn't, because we said it.
Really?
Yes. However, the sleep breath, I will talk through the sleep breath, because if you look there, it says, does not do damage, puts a sleep token on there. The sleep token does 5 things. All of them are actually really fantastic.
Yeah,
so,
that's right.
The creature loses all exhaustion tokens, because it's sleeping now. It's nap time. It's not tired. If a flying creature receives a sleep token, it immediately lands safely, so great. You're not going to have to worry about damage, anything like that. The affected creature cannot move or plan a maneuver during the planning phase, which is, wow, good. The affected creature cannot change altitude, perform actions, or attack, nor can it roll any defense dice. And then number 5, as soon as a creature with a sleep token sustains damage, remove the sleep token.
It wakes up.
So, basically,
it's like your kick.
You can put it to sleep, and then it does nothing unless you choose to attack it.
It's the Inception Dragon.
Yeah, it's really good. Now, you will notice, though, that this is also, I believe, the only breath weapon that is not a cone, is not a fireball, is not a straight line. It is just a normal attack. You will choose one creature, because let's be honest, if I had a cone of sleep, I win the game.
Oh, it is a cone. You pick a dragon within the cone, though.
Yes, it's
or you
not.
Pick a creature
it's not the traditional cone that hits everyone. Because if I could just put your entire force to sleep, I win.
Would you pay 5 points for it?
Yeah, 100%.
I think that's pretty darn. I think that's
10 times out of 10. Because if I can put your dragon to sleep and then go around and kill the rest of your army without ever attacking him.
Or you put the ballista to sleep.
Yes,
that's the thing you do.
Ballista.
You put the ballista to sleep, and then your dragon can go around terrorizing all the things.
Or the named wraith that creates other wraiths, like there's the wizard. Like there's so many good.
That wraith
targets.
is still the most expensive model in the game, as far as I can,
And you put him to sleep, he's not doing anything.
He's not doing anything. Although
because if my model is put to sleep, there is no way that I can take that effect off of him. He is asleep until you choose to attack.
Yeah.
And that is why that sleep breath is just an auto-include.
So I would say that this breath, it's got its own built-in special mechanic. That's what it is.
Yes, absolutely. It has a continuous effect that keeps going until I'm done with it.
Okay. We have Parlay here, which is interesting in that the affected creatures cannot attack each other. It's almost like that Ferengi ability in the month when OP prize pack for Star Trek Attack Wing, where it's like, nope, you can't do anything. But I like that. I think that there are this brass dragon has a lot of kind of disable abilities, and I like that. I like the strategic value of a character, a creature that has that ability. Draconic Nature is actually a really interesting resistance too, because it obviously a creature that makes things go to sleep is probably more resistant to any crowd control kind of abilities and disables. And for 2 points, man. 2 points for this ability is amazing.
I was just looking. Cool. Sleep Breath is a Brass Dragon ability, so it doesn't even have to be Sievart or an Ancient Dragon. Just any Brass Dragon
when you take can
put
upgrades.
Things to sleep.
This is the one you take with them if you're going to take the generic version, though. This is an Elven Rider.
Yes.
And oh my gosh, is it... I think that's probably... Yeah, anyways. I think that's a really cheap freaking upgrade. 4 points.
Free attack. Does not count as, as
and you get it every 2 turns, essentially.
Yep.
Which is good.
And it can go in either direction. It adds flexibility, and because it doesn't count as your normal attack, it allows you, because you're rolling so few attack dice on it, allows you to attack something that you would be hesitant to send your dragon after on account of how much overkill it is to send a dragon.
It also lets you layer that attack, though, too, right? You hit something with the Elven Rider to damage it, and then you put it to sleep. Because you can totally do that with this card. I really like that. And, finally, and I'm not surprised by this. This is actually a really cool, kit as it puts together. There's suggestion where you basically get to pick the action of your opponent's creature, which is that's darn cool. And man, they get to choose what they do with that action, but setting their action really can. Even if you just give them a totally useless action, that really makes a difference, because action economy in this game is very different, especially in Star Trek than Star Trek Attack Wing, because you still get your actions when you bump stuff, and you still essentially get your attacks and your actions when something is dead, right? So having that ability to kind of shut that down and put for continuous. As a continuous effect to pick their freaking...
Ooh, continuous?
How many? Continuous is 2!
Yeah, but how many... oh, yeah.
It's continuous.
So...
It's a discard at 3 points. That's the only thing. So, basically, it's 2 rounds where you get to pick your opponent's action.
Discard the card. Yeah, I mean, it is 2 rounds, provided that you put it on something with a high level that would get to act first.
Yeah, exactly, right?
That's great.
Alright, so the...
Oh, no, it's an attack. It's only going to be for 1 round.
Oh, it is for 1 round.
But that's still fine. The fact that for the next round...
Yeah.
It's a setup card, right?
Yeah, it's a good setup card.
It's great.
And finally, there's a Regalia. You got your campaign artifacts. Again, this one is the Eye of Tiamat and the Eye of Bahamut. And basically, this card lets you... it lets you modify your opponent's defense dice, which is, again, very, very useful. And when you start, for example, when you layer this one up with the scales of the particular god, you can really, start seeing how this stuff kind of comes together. So that's the OP prize for month 2, the Brass Dragon. Okay, I'm gonna stop with that. I'm gonna stop with that, I promise.
She's Filipino, she will sing at any given chance.
I'm sorry. I do want to get into some of the campaign stuff, though, because, I'm assuming there's a tower. There's 2 gates.
Is there a princess in that tower?
There's 2 gates.
What, nothing? You're not even going to acknowledge it?
Look, if you're not going to acknowledge my Brass Monkey song...
Oh, I acknowledged it.
I'm not giving you anything. So yeah, this is cool. And there's like these little briquettes to go with it. How many? You can read the campaign stuff. I'm going to link it in the description below to the OP instructions for the game. So you can check those out here. But just so you kind of get a sense of the size of stuff and the scale of stuff you're actually dealing with. I'm going to throw on a dragon base on there too, so you also have a decent sense of how big this stuff is. So if you want to prep for it at home because you're such keeners, and I know some of you are, there is the template, tower, gates, brickies. All right. Okay. So we're gonna start opening up boosters next. Are you
What?
excited?
You're not gonna go to month 3 first?
Boosters become a thing in month 2. This is what we're doing. I think that just seems fair. Okay.
Okay.
All right. See you in a few.